But first, you've got to get to the fun.
Right.
So right now, people are hitting the roads for this long holiday weekend. And if you're taking the I-95 corridor through Baltimore, you see the Travel Plaza there just outside of the Fort McHenry Tunnel. So Sky 9 here, and you see a bit of a backup. It all has to do with the collapse, of course, of the Francis Scott Key Bridge and the influx of drivers finding different routes to try to get to their destinations.
As you can see, it's a headache for so many. New data, by the way, is out that helps us describe just how bad it is. Scott Broom is live in Eco 9 on 95 with the holiday travel crowd headed north. And to let us know what it's like just trying to get past Baltimore to fight your way up there, Scott.
I'll tell you one thing. I would really like to be with the mayor right now in a swimming pool.
Right.
It's 89 degrees outside. Let me take you outside the vehicle. We are northbound traveling into Baltimore right now. This is I-95 headed for the Fort McHenry Tunnel. It is misery this holiday weekend. We're traveling about 15 miles per hour, and this is the first big holiday weekend test for the city of Baltimore and these choke points here since the Key Bridge collapse, and let me tell you, the data doesn't look good. First, take a look at the map here. You can see the Key Bridge over on the east side of the Baltimore region, and then the choke points from the Key Bridge are the Harbor Tunnel, the Fort McHenry Tunnel, and the west side of Baltimore's Beltway. That's the way that folks have to get around without the Key Bridge. The Key Bridge used to carry about 34,000 vehicles a day. Those have all pushed over to these other places, and it has resulted in an increase in traffic volume, up 12% here going into the Fort McHenry Tunnel and also through the Harbor Tunnel. Now look at some of the travel times that has caused. It's just been terrible in the past few weeks here, with average speeds plummeting through the Baltimore tunnels, down 67% in your travel speeds. The average speed at this time of day traveling northbound through Baltimore, 13.8 miles per hour. You could go faster on a bicycle, except they don't have bike lanes, so you're stuck with it. And I was discussing some of this with a traffic study travel expert who's at Morgan State University here in Baltimore. Her name is Masura Jahani, and she's been compiling some of the data. Here's some of what she had to say.
So having this long weekend, more travel than last year, and having this bridge collapse, it's going to be really bad. Even small changes in number of traffic or any incident that happens, anything that happens in the road, it has a kind of domino effect.
All right, let's go back live to the roof of Eco 9. You can see around me here as we travel north through Baltimore. If you've got a crazy brother up in New York you want to visit, you got to go through this. If you're Judge Alito trying to get to your beach house in New Jersey, you got to go through this weekend. And it's looking really, really tough, according to the travel experts we talked to, the data compiled by the Baltimore Sun. And this is the first big test after the bridge came down. And all predictions are it's going to be pretty tough. It's going to make I-95 south of the city, going through places like Triangle and all that, maybe look like amateur hour. Yeah. So anyway, here we are live in Eco 9, supported by solar energy inside, running our broadcast equipment. Scott Broom, WUSA 9. Back to you.
Scott, to your point, anyone going to Philly, the Jersey Shore, New York City, or points north, there's just no good way to do it. I'm looking at Google Maps right here and their traffic. Like, even if you took the Baltimore Beltway, you'd still be better off on a bicycle probably. There's just no good way to get north. I know we'll be checking back with you here throughout the news hour. Thanks, Scott.